Thanks so much for
Whoa,
joining me.
waking up from an old man nap.
Oh, what are you doing napping this late at night?
I wake up when Old Country Buffet opens.
Oh, okay. How you feeling?
Feeling fine. How are you?
Pretty good, thanks. Got a lot of snow. How about you?
Yup. Where you at?
In Brooklyn?
Oh, in Brooklyn, yeah, Philly. Yep. Yeah, it's a lot of snow here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Pretty cleared out, or is it icy?
No, it's actually like really soft and powdery. My husband was trying to make a snowman with my son earlier, and it wasn't really
Oh,
holding
what's
very
that?
well.
Oh, snap.
Mm-mm.
Good for igloo, I guess. It's
Yeah,
igloo weather. Packs
yeah,
real good. Dig out the inside.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. The snowman turned out to be a little bit more like a phallic symbol than a
Oh, okay.
snowman. um,
Well, but
well, thank you
may,
so much
may
for
the
taking the
snowman
time.
bring much joy. Huh?
Sorry,
I said, may the snowman bring much joy.
it hangs out for a bit, sure.
If it hangs out.
Uh-huh. Well, I thank you so much for taking the time, Hez. This is Laura, aka the Sound Sommelier, here with Hezekiah. Hez, what's your earliest memory of hip hop?
Earliest memory of hip hop. Geez, I'm 48, so my earliest memory of hip hop has to be. Geez, what was that thing? It was a dance called GQing. Every region has a dance because it's like tribal shit. Every city has its own like style of. It's like
Mm,
uh, LA was more pop, I guess, popping. Well, I'm speaking about Chester, Pennsylvania.
right.
Philly had this footwork thing called GQ, and my brother used to GQ, and
Okay.
this was back when like in 98, 90. I mean, yeah, I mean not 98, 79, 79 and 78, something like that. My
Mm-hmm.
brother was GQing, so I was like a little kid, and then like early 80s. It was my oldest brother's playing shit. I remember the first one that really got me was like they got me really into like rapping was Ultramagnetic MCs. It's like Run MC, Ultramagnetic MC. But childish stuff like mostly Grandmaster Flash, all that's the regular stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
really getting into it was like Ultramagnetic MCs, and my brother really started twisting my head on this other kind of rapping. So it was
Right.
like Run DMC, but then Ultramagnetic MCs kind of like started tilting everything for me. There it goes.
Nice.
There it goes.
Yeah, I meant to look up because I interviewed you 5 years ago. I meant to look up what your answer was when I asked you then, and I forgot, but I will let you know.
Yeah, please let me know.
I will.
Yeah.
So you
Melly
spent the
Mel. I
earlier
probably said
years.
Melly Mel, but go ahead.
Sorry.
I said I probably said Melly Mel, which is like my writer influence.
So you said him for your influence. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I asked what your influences were, which is a question a little bit
Yeah.
further down, he
So
was your like first answer for sure.
that's the writer, yeah. Yeah. For sure.
So you spent the earlier years of your childhood in Westchester, Pennsylvania, but moved to Newcastle, Delaware as a teenager. What are some of the earliest records you recall hearing when you were younger?
It's a correction. Chester, Pennsylvania.
Oh, sorry. So I guess someone misprinted Westchester because that's what I read when I did some
Yeah, I do that.
research.
I mean, people do that all the time. Yeah,
Okay.
but
Is there a Westchester and a Chester?
yeah, there's a Westchester. It's it's
Okay.
it's it's like more suburbs. Like it's like it's like miles and miles away from Chester. Yeah, but it's confusing
Little
since they're so
geography
close.
lesson.
Yeah, they're still in Pennsylvania too. Yeah, different places. But yeah, Chester, and then I moved to Newcastle, Delaware later on
Right.
in life. Yep.
So what are some of the earliest records you recall hearing in your home, like your parents playing or your older brothers or
But my mom would play stuff like Parliament Funkadelic. She was my mom's like more the flower lady. You know what I'm saying? Into like Grace Jones. She would play all kinds of funky stuff. My dad, he would play Gil Scott Heron. He would play James Brown. He would play. He had a lot of country shit too. Then he would play Santana.
Okay.
He played Santana like crazy.
Hmm.
Um,
My
um,
dad was big into Santana too.
yeah, and then my mom, she was like in the Miles Davis heavy and Coltrane,
Nice.
and then she was into like all these. She used to take it to like these African bookstores, and we used to be, you know, in these little drum circles and stuff like that, and festivals and stuff like that. So that was it from my parents and my dad. He was like the block captain in Chester, Pennsylvania, and he like DJ'd the block party. Well, not DJ, but just he had like the reel to reel, and he
Hmm.
would hook it up to the system and play the reel to reels out loud. And so then my brothers, man, my oldest brother was like funk. He GQ danced.
Right.
My other brother, DJ Handyman, he has cerebral palsy. He was the one that taught me how to. He taught me how to break dance from his wheelchair. You know
Awesome.
what I mean? Yeah, man.
That's a
He's
really clever DJ name.
yeah, DJ Handyman, right? Shout out to DJ Handyman. And he actually helps me organize my albums, and he actually executive produces my albums. Like a lot,
Nice.
yeah, like a lot of my work, and yeah, it works out pretty good. So, but they're they're my influences. Like he introduced me to like my brother DJ Handyman. He introduced me to like Fishbone. You see what I'm saying?
Remember
He
Fishbone?
he
Hmm.
introduced me to reggae. He introduced me to I'm talking about like roots reggae because he's a roster too in a wheelchair. Like you know
Nice.
what I'm saying? So this gumbo of stuff made me, and plus I grew up in Chester, Pennsylvania, like as a child of a gospel band called the Gospel Disciples,
Okay.
and they were like my grandfather's band. They had records pressed up, and so I grew up watching them in the basement. So all these combinations, Fishbone, Grace Jones,
Right.
James Brown, GQ and da da da
Hmm.
da da. Then 80s came my influences just from my friends. Then
Right.
I move into Newcastle, Delaware from Chester, Pennsylvania. Then I had a lot of friends that that experienced a lot of other stuff. So then I got different friends from all different kind of backgrounds, and then I got introduced to the punk culture, and so I was deep in the punk culture and then
Hmm.
skateboarding at the same time, and that culture shock was crazy, but
Yeah.
it was a great it was a great experience too, um, and all of it influenced my music
Yeah.
early.
It came at you from all sides.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So you come from what many would consider a musical family, like you just mentioned. Did anyone serve as a mentor to you when you decided to pursue a career in music?
Nah. Um. Oh yeah. I'm still lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. Um. Not until later.
Okay.
Not until later. There was a few people who knew or had experiences in the business, but not successful experiences. You can learn a lot from people's mistakes,
Right.
But in these cases, they hadn't made it so far from that I had in my early career. Not until I
Hmm.
was like, I swear, not until I moved to Philly. You know what I'm saying? And that was later.
Hmm.
That was in my 20s. So that's when I ran into like the Roots manager, Rich Nichols, and
Right.
people like that. You know what I mean? That they would they would really shape like what I thought the industry should be, or people
Nice.
that would Jim Drew from Soul Spasm, also, dang, come on,
Yeah.
Bahamadia is like my crash course mentor. Like she do this, don't do that, say this
Yeah.
like this, but just business wise, she would like tell me, like a lot of stuff to look out for, and like a young boy, like a knucklehead, a lot of things I had to learn the hard way. So
Yeah,
shout
her
out.
name comes up a lot in
Yeah,
my interviews.
yeah. Shout out to Bahamadia, man. Always
Mhm.
looking out, always willing to teach, and she's always willing to learn at the same time. Like, yeah, she
That's
was.
why she's so good.
Yeah. Incredible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Tell me about exit wound status.
Yeah. I wish I got a copy of it somewhere around
Oh,
here.
you do?
Yeah, I
Nice.
got like one copy. Um, can you turn it off? Can you turn it on? Wait, that off? My fault.
That's all right.
Thanks, okay. Okay. Whew, that thing gets on my nerve. Okay. What was the question again?
Take your time. Tell me about exit wound status.
Oh, exit wound status. Exit wound status. It's a demo mixtape of my friends from Newcastle, Delaware. Um, it was like we were all we were all just a bunch of kids rapping in Delaware
Mm-hmm.
and trying to get on separately. It was my idea. Hey, let's get together and put all of our things together as a demo mixtape, and so just promote ourselves as one thing.
Right.
And man, and it came out pretty good too. It got Grace and Divine on it. Grace and Divine is a group from Delaware.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? Okay.
Yep.
So one of the dudes ended up actually being a ghostwriter for a ghost producer for Dr. Dre's album.
Okay.
Still DRE. Like this dude, his name is Mike Lowe, but he's on that album. He's on that album. Ryan Pimender on that album, and it's a lot of people that Young Guru engineered like two of the songs on that. He's from Delaware.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some shit on the album that's like some Delaware stuff on it. So yeah,
Not bad for a first
my sister rapping
attempt.
in Arabic on that album. My sister rapping it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had already been working with live musicianship in hip hop before moving to Philly, where much of the scene and community had already been experimenting with that same style.
Mhm.
Did your production style change much after living there for some time?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember Amir from the Roots, Questlove. He
Mm-hmm.
would like I would be this is early. This is like in Sigma Studio. So it's like before the Roots even had their own studio, like Larry Gold's and stuff like that. So we was over at Sigma, and I remember him showing me how how he would mix EQ, fatten the drums up, take everything down, then level each sound up one at a time and stuff. He'll show me little stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it definitely changed my sound. It changed my sonics. It didn't change
Right.
like how I made the music. It changed
You're right. Yeah.
sonic. The sound definitely Philly.
How it came across. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Been around so many engineers. Jim Bytoon, which ended up working for he mixed like a lot of my first album, Hurry Up and Wait, but he ended up leaving the Roots crew to work for Will I Am, you know.
Okay.
So that was my crew, and then I was around so many dope engineers that are now like legends, and that's how I learned how to do the engineering work. I was around like future legends as engineers, and I just was
Gotcha.
learning from them. Yeah. So
Nice.
student, always a student.
Mm-hmm. So the Beat Society event series, a live hip hop show that focused on the music's producers, began back in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
How are you able to manage multiple producers transporting their gear on stage to perform these tracks for the crowds, many of who had never had the pleasure of witnessing hip hop producers do their thing in real time?
Oh shit, that was it. Just I, it's like you have an idea, right? You have an
Mm-hmm.
idea, you do it. And coming from the band world, I didn't think it was impossible because I'm hanging around DJs all the time now.
Right.
And I see it's much easier to mic a DJ set because you don't really, it's just line in, right? So I'm
Right.
like, oh, this is going to be easy. Everybody's like, it's going to be hard. I'm like, no, it's like just Not hard. It's not hard at all. Just so
Mm.
we tried it. A lot of people said it wasn't gonna work. By the third show, it was a line around the corner, but it's just like it's like lines in, line out. It's just simple. Now it just seems simple, right? You just play some beats.
I mean, in theory, it sounds simple.
And there you go. Okay. Okay. Always, yeah. Yeah.
In 2003, you released Gypsy Slang, which would be the lead single to your debut album, Hurry Up and Wait, which you just mentioned. That dropped 2 years later in 2005 on Soul Spasm Records. Did the 2 year wait inspire the album's title?
Yep. Yeah, because it was a weird 2 years. I guess I had to, because you got to wait for, especially back then, you had to wait for your album to get pressed up. You had to wait for your buzz to grow because you're pressing up physical copies of something, and physical costs money. Physical costs money to press up. Physical costs money to distribute. Physical costs money for just promo alone. So these indie labels, could only put out like 5 artists a year. You know what I mean? So they could only put out afford to put out 5 artists a year. So they had to make sure your buzz was up if they're gonna press even a single. And they were really gambling. So yeah, man. So that I understood the wait, but yeah, it did encourage the title Hurry Up and Wait.
By the time it came out, were you kind of over it already, or was there still
I was
a lot of buzz?
already recording the next album.
Nice.
When when Hurry Up and Wait came out, I had already recorded 4 songs for the next album, and then in the middle of that album, I was supposed to. We had a group. Me and Odyssey had a group called Mason Dixon, and
Nice.
yeah, so we were recording this album in the middle of it. I still got 2 of the songs, but we never finished recording this EP, and I'm still mad today we never recorded this EP.
You need to hit him up and be like, "Let's pick up where we left off."
Oh, now we're doing some stuff right now. We're doing some
Okay.
stuff. Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
So was the fact that while working on Hurry Up and Wait, you were working on albums for Aaron Livingston and Music Soul Child's backup singers, part of why the album was so
You know
delayed?
about that? Yes. Woo! How do you know that? I said that.
I do research.
Wow. Yeah, man. I was doing that. I was writing for a group called Aries.
Aries, yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Visine? Yeah. Oh, you still listening to that Hurry Up and Wait, huh? So, yeah, man. That's my boy, Za from Delaware too, man. Like when I say Rye Penman, he's Visine is like part of the Rye Penman. He was on the Exit Room Status joint. Yeah, he's like, this is incredible. Yeah, man. you got to interview that dude. That dude is incredible. So anyway, yeah, man. Where were we at? What was I saying?
Talk to me about Aries.
Oh, yeah. They same background for Music Soul Child. It was also my girlfriend at the time, Yinka from Aries. So I was writing for them it was like, man, it was working. They were signed to not Arista. They're signed to Sony because it was their second record deal. And then something, I don't know what happened. But yeah, that it kind of like prolonged the album, the Hurry Up and Wait album. But it made it better because I was hanging around all these R&B people, and I was learning more about musicality, and I was learning more about layers and making bridges and transitions and stuff like that. So it was actually, I was actually training to make I Predict the Riot. That's why people was like, my progression was so, so vast it was such a change, because I had different influences. Yeah,
Nice.
you hear a lot of the musicians on there and everything.
Yeah. As if you weren't busy enough with the album, that year you also were hired to produce the music for a Showtime original series that ran for 2 seasons called Street Time. What was that experience like?
That was crazy because that was the first time I ever scored
Mm-hmm.
anything, you know, like going into a session, dropping the tracks
Right.
and stuff like that for someone's yeah. It was an experience. Yeah,
Did you
me and,
enjoy
me
it?
and Tony Whitfield. Yeah, of course. Because it's like it's always nerve-wracking when you're first doing something.
Right.
But when you're doing it with people, it was different because I wasn't by myself. I was with Tony Whitfield. And so we were just cracking jokes the whole time, just laughing, and you know, like, yeah, it was fun.
I believe it.
Yeah, man.
So I Predict the Riot came out in 2007 with features from Musina, Freeway, Bilal, among others. How
Mhm.
did you approach this album differently than the last, kind of like what you were just talking about?
This one, it started at Beat Society. Odyssey played a beat, and it had somebody singing on it, and
Mm-hmm.
it was the track with Musina, and that it already had the hook on it, right? And Musina was an unknown at the time, so I was like, yo, I want that beat for my album, right? So I got it from him. So Odyssey produced the opening track. I think that was like one of the first tracks where I was like, okay, that's the beginning. Because she said, this is the beginning, you know.
There you go.
And then I was like, okay, this is the beginning. Thank you. So then then all these songs just started making sense.
Nice.
And then I started compiling an album. But that song set it off. I went about the Sonics from I don't know what you know what I did? I mixed that album too. The
Hmm.
entire album. If you listen to the Sonics, sonically play it back to back, the volume levels of the drums, I mixed everything to the Game Doctor's Advocate album.
Okay.
Back. Hurry Up
Okay.
and Wait was mixed in comparison to the Game's Doctor's Advocate album. I love Dr. Dre's mixes on that joint.
That's homework for everyone to go do.
Yeah,
Check out.
yo, the bass lines. I was thickening up like Dre. I was like, I was tucking the joint. It was a combination between Dr. Dre and Jay Dilla, the Sonics,
Nice.
the Sonics, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, mixed with the musicality of like what I know in the roots, and then the drum patterns. I think Kanye. Uh, it was like a gumbo of like stuff that I was doing at the time.
Mm-hmm.
That was Hurry Up and Wait. And then my
Nice.
soul friends, man, you know, Bilal on the joint. Bilal came through and that was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, just writing in the studio. I remember Raucus walking in the room with champagne, like, yo, we making rec. I was like, yo, get the fuck out. We creating. I literally kicked him out the room because, like, we had just started the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like, or just really like
They're
third.
killing it.
Yeah, we were in like because how we create, we have these discussions, and we have to have these discussions so we can be on the same page, because we don't want to ask questions while we're
Mm-hmm.
creating. So we have to be like, pop, 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 pop. Let's talk about what we're going to, make sure we're on the same page. And we were already in that flow, and they come in here. I was like, yo, you fucking up the vibe, yo.
It's gonna mess up the flow.
You're messing up the flow. So yeah, so that was cool. Freeway, that was magic. Joint with Freeway was incredible. Freeway actually wanted the beat for his album. Bad business move for Hezekiah. I didn't sell him the beat. He's like, jump on another beat. And I was like, I already had his beat. Another thing about that song is that Black Thought was supposed to be on that song.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's why I said Hezekiah Freeway Tariq is in the building.
Oh,
Right. And me and
I don't think I ever caught that.
yeah, nobody ever catches that. Me, and we was waiting for
Everyone doesn't really think that it's Black
it was,
Thought to read.
it was
Maybe
yeah,
it's
it's
just
just
like
Tariq.
some dude in the studio or something.
Right, it's just Tariq. Right. But yeah, it was some kind of confusion. He didn't we recorded at the Root Studio.
All right. Well, then that makes sense.
Right.
Maybe he was in the building at the time.
Maybe he's we said he was in the building, not in the studio, right?
Right.
But so I left it there because he's supposed to read, but it ended up not happening. So I was like, man, nobody. We didn't say his name, so I let
Yeah.
it slide.
Well,
But it's a funny story. It's a funny story. It happens all the time. I've done it before. You know,
I love those.
yeah,
Hmm.
I've done it before. So
So you, yeah, go ahead.
so yeah, that album has so many stories. Every Jaguar writes on it.
Right.
That one is incredible. Uh, it's a piece of work. Yeah, man.
Nice.
Sal
So you
Nastoro,
mentioned
Sal Nastoro did the album cover. Sal Nastoro,
good Sal
Sal,
Lastoro.
yeah, Sal Nastoro. He's Sal Nastoro Jr. Sal Nastoro Senior is a what is he? Italian
Definitely didn't
saxophone,
anything.
Italian saxophone player. He used to play with
Okay.
Miles Davis and all
Oh
them.
shit.
But he played with all the greats. And but his son did the album cover to I Predict the Riot and Hurry Up and Wait. So it's a lot of great artists
Wow.
involved with these projects. Yeah.
That's a lineage right there.
Yeah.
Um, so you've worked with Bilal several times over the years. How did the two of you initially link up?
Woo! We hooked up. Me and Bilal hooked up at Wilhelmina's.
Okay, I know that name.
Wilhelmina's. You know the name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everybody used to be there, man. It's like this little spot in Philly, like a little bar. And
Mm-hmm.
it used to be like I remember let me correct this. Before Wilhelmina's, everybody used to go to Questlove's house, right?
Okay.
And this was
Hang it up.
in his living room. So we used to all be in Questlove's living room. They used to have it. Yeah, man, it's wild. Damn, I've been around for a minute. So yeah, I met Bilal there, but then I got to really know him more at Wilhelmina's. You know what I mean? Wilhelmina's was a damn. This history is crazy, man. Questlove's house used to be, you know, the movie The Sixth Sense.
Uh-huh.
You know Bruce Willis when he walks out the door, or when the kid walks outside his house.
I mean, which time?
In,
Like the
in,
first time?
in the movie where he walks outside of his house, the street he lived on.
Oh yeah.
Questlove's house was next door to where they were shooting. So
Amazing.
you see what I'm saying? Koof Knox is on here. He can contest to this.
So did you have any cameo or anything on there?
Well, what? Oh no, I got jam sessions. They used to have jam sessions, and I actually have the tapes because Rich Nichols, the Roots manager, actually asked me a couple times to transfer the tapes to CD.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I actually have some jam sessions on tape with Scott Storch on keys, Larry Gold on cello. This is in Questlove's living room. So
Mm-hmm.
I actually got some recordings of that stuff
That's
somewhere.
some history right there.
Yeah, some stuff. But
Ted,
yeah,
you need to get that stuff up to Cornell.
yo, wow, right? Says shit. So you got
Mm-hmm.
Music Soul Child used to be the pizza delivery dude. That's how they
What?
met Music Soul Child. That's how they met music. Like he was actually a Domino's delivery dude, and the pizza guy gonna sing. You know what I'm saying? And
Amazing.
me and my sister was right there. We was right there when music. That's how I met music. Um, yeah, that's how I met music. We did music together. Uh, damn, wow. How about that?
Talk about Throwback Thursday.
Talk about Throwback 30. That was the clique, man. Nobody was nobody. Robert Glasper was there. Everybody was there.
Amazing.
Everybody was there. That's how we all know each other.
That's amazing. So your third album, Conscious Porn, was released in 2010 with the Ishi and Hezekiah project and the first Johnny Popcorn EP dropping in subsequent years.
Yeah.
What inspired you and Tone Whitfield to form Johnny Popcorn?
We were bop, bop, like I'm saying. I'm telling you, when I say we were all right around each other, you know who Santi Gold is?
Of course.
Okay, she's on my first album, Hurry Up and Wait.
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
She was known as Santi White.
Okay.
She was part of a punk band, a Philly punk band called Stiffed. She's not from Brooklyn. We go hard. She's from West.
I was gonna
Philly.
say her voice would be very good on some punk records.
Right. Yeah. Oh, check out a band called Stiffed. That's her original.
Okay.
Chuck Treece's legendary punk rock drummer. Well, he had a group called McRad. He's a dude from Philly, and he used to be the producer of Santi Gold.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was me. So we lived across the street from each other.
You and him?
And Chuck was me, Chuck
Okay.
Trees, and anyway, we all of us, Bilal. So Santi used to have a group called Step. So while Jill Scott and the Black Lily, which is the Roots female crew, like it was an all-female showcase of
Mm-hmm.
Black women. It was Jill Scott, Jaguar Wright, Jasmine Sullivan. She was only like 12 years old, 11 years old at the time. So she was already singing like a grown-ass woman. But around the corner from this Black Lily event was Santi Gold and this punk rock at this other club, right? So we used to lead a Black Lily and go, me and Tone Whitfield, I'm trying to get to Johnny Popcorn. Me and Tone Whitfield would
Take your
leave,
time.
we would leave the Black Lily and go around to this punk club and check out Santi,
Okay.
right? So Santi would be over there punking out, blah, blah, blah. And it was, yeah, so soul punk. And that was me and Tone's influence. You know, we both Black punk kids anyway. We was in the culture, then we was in it, you know. So it just made sense for me and Tony Whitfield to, like, you know, we started messing with, you know, he's Bilal's bass player, and he produced a couple songs for Bilal. And so we were already all intertwined.
That's amazing.
And that's how Johnny Popcorn was kind of like the inception of Johnny Popcorn was created.
Okay, that makes sense.
That fusion, right?
So it's been said that Hez is the head, and the heart is Johnny Popcorn. Sorry, Hez is the head and the heart. Johnny Popcorn is all stomach and groin. Can you elaborate?
Good God, who said that?
I think you did.
Oh Jesus, this guy. Yeah. So I guess that is true. Because when the band, it's like
I'll find you the interview I found that in.
yeah, I guess I directed, and these must just go in whenever if there's a clear direction, the band goes in that direction. They go at it, like, you know what I mean? And yeah, so that's true. That's pretty much still the case, and we're chilling right now. Like she's Marjani's. She's had another baby.
Oh.
So she's chilling, and Lloyd, he just opened the studio next door to Little Africa, right?
Oh.
Clayton, he's doing his drumming thing. He's got his health you know, like cooking and drumming.
Okay.
All
A lot
together.
of people have been doing it.
Yeah. So everybody's and we got an album still sitting that we have not released. Yeah, man.
It'll come.
Yeah, man.
You're just trying to wait for the right time, or just waiting for everyone to get together to finish it?
Well, we're just trying to figure out what to do with it and where everybody is. We don't want to rush anything. To me, this is all art. And a lot of things in my career, I haven't been in that space for a while. You know what I mean? It's just like doing things now, just like when I want to do things. People are like, "Are you on Clubhouse? Are you doing that?" I'm like, "Yo, I'm not doing shit." I'm talking to Elle right now. After that, I just took a nap. It was lovely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping up with work, and that's it. And and the band is like we're good because we're good.
Nice.
Yeah, we
That's all that
got
matters.
we got enough music. We gotta live.
Right. So the first official album from Johnny Popcorn was The Crow, which came out in early 2012. How did your fans respond to this other, shall we say, different side of you as an artist? Did you have like two different fan bases, or?
I didn't care, and I don't care. I just wanted to do the music I wanted to do. I didn't care. I was like, man, I felt trapped. Not saying that hip hop isn't freeing. Now it's more free right now than it was back then. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
it was just, yeah. So I lost a lot of fan base, but I gained my freedom, and I don't regret it because it
Okay.
made me the artist and the songwriter I am today. I hung
Hmm.
around. I hung around a band, and I haven't got a chance to bond with a band as an adult, and I learned so much from the Lloyd as a singer and a guitarist. He would teach me like certain things to do with my voice because I wasn't really a singer. I'm a rapper first, and so they were teaching me some things, and I learned how to just movements and singing at the same time, where I was actually able to, because I always wanted to learn. I'm a student, always a student. So just learning how James Brown and them had to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And then I knew it. I knew it was all the same thing because I'm a child of like Sun Ra. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so his theory of like in Coltrane and all that, it's the same theory of there's no really anything such thing as a musical genre. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's just African spirits moving around. That's how Sun Ra describes it. And it's just it flows. So I don't care about losing them. I do.
No, no, I understand what you're
But
saying.
you know what
It
I'm saying?
doesn't really affect
I gotta
your decision.
do the music I want to do, man. Who gonna tell me what color to paint? It's my canvas. Like you can either be them paintings you see at Walmart, or you can be Basquiat.
Right.
It's your choice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather be the boutique. I'm good.
Indeed.
Yeah.
How many shows would you say your band was performing in a year back then?
A year? Oh man. I don't know. We was doing a lot of shows.
Yeah, I feel like I read that you were just doing them like all the time.
Yeah. We're doing a lot of shows, man. So it was doing pretty good. We actually finally had got signed to a booking agency. And yeah, and then this happened.
Right.
Classic. Bong.
When I interviewed you in 2005, you mentioned wanting to collaborate, or 2015, sorry. You mentioned wanting to collaborate with artists including Speech from Arrested Development, Big Sean, Tyler the Creator, Janelle Monáe. Are there
Right.
any others you want to add to that list?
Ah, who else I wanted to collaborate with back then?
Oh, no,
Uh,
no. Now.
anyway, yeah, kind of sort. So name the list. I got a story for each one. Go ahead.
Oh, all right. Speech.
Speech from Rest Development. We ended up doing a demo of I Own Everything. It wasn't turning out too good. We ended up doing a Beat Society podcast where I interviewed them, and we were working on something. We actually got a joint with, I forget what the heck is it, was Stick from Dead Prayers, and it's a song sitting
Do it.
around. Yeah, it's a song
Mm-hmm.
sitting around. But that was yeah.
Is it working with him? Okay. Big
Stuff with
Sean.
that. Uh, Big Sean never got it. Tried to get in touch with my boy that knows his camp a couple times. Never happened.
All right.
You
Tyler
know.
the Creator, which you are really into making happen.
Yeah, Tyler the Creator. My boy actually ended up the original bass player for Johnny Popcorn, Dre Pickney, plays
Mm-hmm.
bass for him now.
Okay.
Holla. Yeah, so that's still in the making.
That's
That's
serendipitous. And Janelle Monáe.
I didn't try hard enough.
You can keep trying.
Yeah, sure. And what?
What about Janelle Monáe?
Janelle Monáe, it got away from me.
Okay.
Want to hear the story? I introduced Janelle Monáe to Bilal. I knew Janelle Monáe already, and then you know how you get occupied with stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and you think people are going to
Lose
be
your
like,
priorities.
"I'm gonna get
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna get right. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get back." Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here's Bilal, and she's like, like, wait a second.
Right. You're like, but okay.
Look, this is how I introduced Bilal to Janelle. They was both open up for Erykah Badu.
Amazing.
And I'm sitting there introducing, I swear to God, the steps are right here. I'm in the middle. mind you, it's during the I'm recording conscious porn. So I got
Okay.
like a red, black, and green Nike, right? Janelle Monáe right here, Bilal right here. And we just talking about yo, Vincy back, you just skibbity bop. And everybody who walks up the step, the drummer, because I used to host a jam session back then. The drummer,
Okay.
the drummer is walking up this is her bodyguard.
So
Everybody,
her drummer is her bodyguard? Okay.
the drummer that was at my jam session, and
Oh, oh,
it was her
okay.
bodyguard, right? He has a security team, right? So, but
Okay.
I was like, oh shit, yada yada yada. So we all talking. She's, and that was a crazy moment right there. That moment
Yeah.
was crazy. So it's just like, but it's just like you kind of like if you're in it all the time, you kind of take it for granted. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because these are just people
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, it's just that.
Like they'll come back around.
And
Mm-hmm.
I saw these people sleep on the floor. Like, so it's just like normal, you know what I mean? So,
Right. Do you have
right.
any others that you want to add to that list now?
um, nah. Zap Mama.
All right.
Zap Mama
Oh yeah.
with Rochelle Farrell. I still want to work with Rochelle Farrell.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
So you, Dave Gett, and Mystic released Summer in Vienna under the moniker This, That, and the Third in 2014. Is it
What you know
true that
about
the
that?
album came? I know a lot. Is it true that the album came together during a stop during your Love Life tour in 2007?
How you know about that?
I told you I do research.
Okay. Like I dropped.
I'm not messing around.
Yo, all my albums are all scattered all over the place. It's like an Easter egg hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I got albums all over.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah,
Took
it's weird.
took a while.
It's really weird. I know I got a weird career. So this album
I
called
like it.
This, That, and the Third. Summer in Vienna. We actually were Dave Ghetto, and the homegirl Mystic from the Hyro crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's Mystic. Is she the truth, man? So we were on tour, and then we recorded one song called "Dance with Me" for the Wax Solutionists out in Austria, Vienna, Austria. And so we recorded a one song. It turned out great. Single did good. The single came out. Then they ended up flying us back over Austria for like it was like 3 weeks. So we recorded a whole album with this band in like 3 weeks, and the production was crazy. We ended up doing like a couple tours where they brought us over. And then I think Mystic went back to school or something like that. So we were actually about to become like a group, like this group,
Mm-hmm.
and with this band from Austria. And then Mystic went to school, and life that happens.
Life.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was that project. That was fun though. That's still out there. That was pressed up on vinyl and everything. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Your album Dreams Don't Chase Themselves followed in 2015, which was accompanied by your debut self-directed short film of the same name. How did you go about channeling the classic Native Tongues vibe on that record?
Damn. How did I go about the low end theory? I went back to the low end theory on that one. Which is, jazz, like it's kind of like the filter of Pete Rock
Yeah.
mixed with I don't know how Q-Tip did it. It's like it's like jazz, it's like live, but then digital at the same time. Low ends, and you start your mixes from the bottom, and then you stack. You stack from the bottom, but this bottom has to be like, as an engineer, the bottom has to be like thick. Just play the bottom by itself. I mean, kick drum, bass. That's all you hear. Crunch it, grind it, punch it, and then everything else sits on top of that. Well, that's the low end theory. And then you get the great lo-fi, because then you don't have to add so much high end on top. It can be like dark, and then you can brighten everything up on top, vocals and everything else. It's just like what I learned from all them great,
Careful now.
all them great engineers. I forgot I had the phone plugged in.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just I just got to experiment a lot on that album, because I actually stayed in the studio that year. I actually didn't go home. I live like a couple blocks from the studio. So
Okay.
that was the year, that was the album that I first was in Little Africa studio, my studio. So I didn't go home. And that's when my beard turned gray.
That makes sense.
I never ate so many Philly hoagies in my life. I just was like going home, taking a shower, running back to the studio, eating horrible. And I'm like, vegetarian and all that stuff. But I broke my health regimen and all that stuff. I was just eating like
We're
crap.
in it.
Yeah, I was in it, and I had an aneurysm after that.
Yeah.
My body broke down, but it was but made the album.
Hmm. Can you tell me about the cover art?
Oh, yeah, sure. Because that's another crazy story. The cover.
Of course it is.
So Meek Mill come up like every weekend for his graphics, right? This is Meek Mill with the braids. I'll tell you, my life is kind of magical. It's freaking crazy, right? So
Okay.
Meek and Charlie Mack was his manager at the time. So Charlie and Meek used to come to the house, and he actually shot his double XL Who's Next in my house. That was. So if you go on YouTube, look up Meek Mill, Hezekiah. It's like us. He like, yo, man, Hezekiah talk about some real hip hop shit. So we real hip hoppers, and we go, like. But I had like I put him on like Freestyle Fellowship.
That's amazing.
I
How do
said,
you know about Freestyle Fellowship?
I got great beard.
Okay.
And plus, I'm one of them East Coast kids that love the West Coast.
Right.
You
Same.
know what I'm saying? I was Freestyle Fellowship out as far as side. I was Yak Fu. I was all over the place.
Mm.
Yeah, I was all over. I was Hyro. I was shit. But yeah, I always underground like artists like Bus Stop. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, shit, I forgot about Bus Stop.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
I love the underground West Coast, man. They always just were the best to me because they just experiment and they just
Mm-hmm.
they didn't care about being funky. They,
Right.
they were way more melodic. I was just always in all of their cadences that they would come up with. It was incredible. West Coast incredible to me. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
I'm right there with you.
Right.
So you've produced for Eric Roberson, Blue, Bahamadia, to name a few. Are there other artists you hope to work with in the not too distant future in that capacity?
I don't know, man. Um, it's not too much. I'm excited I still want to work with Serge from System of a Down.
Oh, okay.
I still got ideas for his voice. Is over someone like soul, um, um, um. How do I want to say it? Um, Kind of like Death Grips,
Okay.
but with live instrument mixed like Death Grips, but then live. I got some ideas for Serge.
Yes, ideas. Got it.
Yeah, it'll be crazy. But I got these crazy ideas for his voice. But only he can pull it off because this is,
Is he aware of this?
Nah, it's just in my head.
All right. So we're putting it out there right now.
Let's just put it out there.
So you also told me during our interview that you're a bit of a hermit. Has that helped you manage all the stay-at-home orders that have come out of the pandemic?
I'm like, what's
Do you still
stay-at-home
consider
order?
yourself a hermit?
What's stay-at-home order? What are you talking about?
Oh, you guys don't have any?
I'm just saying it's like normal life. This is hermit.
No one's paying attention to them.
I'm just like
They're out there,
this
though.
is hermit life.
Oh, okay.
So this is like normal.
Oh, now I understand what you're saying. You're like, yeah, I don't have to be told to stay home.
Hey, what are you talking
All right.
about? Like everybody's like, what day of the week it is? I'm like, welcome to my world.
Yeah.
I don't know what
You're
day
like, it doesn't matter.
I don't know what day it is anyway. I work every day.
Same thing every day.
Right. So yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking though. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is kind of like this is new to me, having to do this,
Right.
because I stepped away from like the mechanics of. I actually stepped away like last year, like a lot of the mechanics of online
Mm-hmm.
and having to be online.
Right. Social
So
media. Mm-hmm.
yeah, you know what I mean. I kind of was stepping away. I didn't care. I still don't. I care, but I don't care
I understand.
likes and all that. I just like the albums. I just
I
want to do it.
understand.
I just want to do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I got it. I got it. Jesus Christ. And what did Pasta News from De La Soul said? It's like mega hats. It's like change that G and the S is massa hat. And what did he say? He said is make artists slaves again.
Oh shit. Okay.
So that's Pasta News from De La Soul. That ain't me. That's
Right.
but that's a fucking awesome quote.
He can say
Uh,
whatever the fuck he wants.
Pasta News is he's a genius, man. He's
Mm-hmm.
never held his tongue. He's been amazing for years.
Yeah.
I love watching their interviews for him. But yeah, yep,
Nice.
yeah. That's
Uh,
how I end up with the COVID thing. It's just I'm
yeah.
trying to stay creative and trying to stay
That's exactly what I was just gonna ask you. How have you managed to stay creative?
trying to be balanced, trying to be in between all this crap.
Mm-hmm.
Not doing this too much,
Right.
and I want to stay creative without beating myself up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm staying
I
creative.
feel it.
Staying
Well, I
creative,
appreciate.
whether it's writing, whether it's shit painting, painting back in. Staying creative.
There you go.
Yeah.
So your latest multimedia project, The Universe Does Not Reward Fear, which was both a book and album release, became available on Friday the 13th last month.
Mm-hmm.
You wrote that these are songs that you wrote to help get through, and that there's no love unity without knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Was this record the product of frustration surrounding the mistreatment of Black people, which may or may not have been as a result of ignorance and miseducation of many individuals in this country?
Nah, I
Or
made
just
that
more
album.
around the.
I
Mm-hmm.
made that album already. That's like it's not even like new to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't new. Like all my albums are about that. One way or another. I've been chased by the Klan twice, and I'm from Delaware, home of the fist fight. That's on my second album. My first album is, Turn It Up Another Notch. Ladies, hold your top. 1965. Watch Rise the Backdrop. 3 years prior to King getting shot. My first album. Illmind Illmind produced on my first album,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where he got his drop from. That goes, Illmind mixed it, so ain't no need to fix it. That's me saying
Nice.
that on all them Illmind beats. So that verse even was about racism. What y'all want to wage war for? This is a stick up. Get your hands up and get on the floor. The voodoo priest threw a hex on your vocal cord. The slave they threw overboard, who walked back to shore on the ocean floor. And FBI watched suspicious vocal tones, high pitches, cracking dishes, subliminally spit poems at K9 pitches. And just in case the credits unlisted, Illmind mixed it, so ain't no need to fix it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. So yeah, I didn't need to write another album about racism. You know what I mean? I'm 48 years old. And you gotta think like I was born in 1972. My high school wasn't desegregated until 1970. See what I'm saying? So I don't need it. I didn't have to like my brother was like shit. My older brother was beat up in our living room by a cops company. I don't need no reminder of this shit. My other brother is in a wheelchair, a handicapped man, right? He already had cerebral palsy, right? 16, I'm 16, he get hit by a car, right? White lady, boom, head on collision, right? Wow, his wheelchair scattered all over the place. Fast forward, yada yada, family in court, and we lost that case. I don't gotta be reminded about this shit. My basketball court said no niggas on it when I moved from Chester, Pennsylvania to Newcastle. I don't have to be reminded about this shit. I don't either. So yeah, I wrote those songs already. But this album is like you deal with this shit, and we grow up, and you get certain to a certain point where you a certain age, and you deal with it. But shit, it's never normal. It never stops.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? It stops. It stops to the ignorance, and ignorance comes from ignorance, ignoring.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm not ignorant because I can't ignore it. It is to whom it may concern, and I'm fucking concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Well, I appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Is there anything else you want to add or promote?
Oh boy, the the universe does not reward fear. That's all. As always drops the bar. Always got to, man. What's up, Lex? What I want to what I want to drop. Um, the book. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, damn man. 1 second, damn man. I know a guy named Yaman. Look, I got how many copies of this? 25 copies. We sold a few. Shit, we only got 20 some copies left. 20 copies left.
Okay. And that's it?
So,
No more?
yeah, this is it. This is it. It's a coffee table book, right? Bong bong, and it's also an album. It comes with I don't even have the whole package together. It comes with autographed CD.
Nice.
Right. And the album is a bunch of quotes. My brother put the album together, but it's a book.
Amazing.
Yeah, man. So this is me and my brother right here.
Nice.
In his wheelchair and stuff. So yeah, it has a bunch of cool little quotes.
Where can people pick those up?
They can get it at Beat Society. Beat Society. Jeez. 3crates.bandcamp.com.
Okay.
Can you see that? Is that backwards?
Yeah, but I can still read it. My friend yelling free tacos and oh, we high as hell. I'm like, who the hell is tacos and why is he in jail?
My friend yelling free tacos and ooh, we high as hell. I'm like, who the hell is tacos and why is he in jail? Anyway, that's
amazing.
Fun. Yeah, but it's a bunch of little quotes. Oh man, yeah, this is a good one. Observation. Oh, it's a lot. You're
I was gonna
reading.
say you read it because it sounds better when you say it.
Yeah. One. So we got jokes and then we got serious ones. One change. This was all these were written like a long time ago too. I was just watching people.
I was gonna ask if they're just quotes from just times you were together or what.
There's times when I was just observing things, and this was like during the whole weed legalization. So this one quote is change the law. Number one, change the law. Number two, freedom niggas. Number three, and then we can talk about legalizing it in that order.
Mm-hmm.
That's what should have happened.
Oh yeah, I see all these memes now that people have made, and it's kind of like sad that people are like making a joke about all these people that have spent all this time in prison for charges.
I was in LA. I was in LA when all that shit happened, and I was in the weed dispensary. It was dancing to trap music, and it was like all these white kids, and I was like, yo, I got 3 friends in jail right now. Still for selling weed. Like, I'm like, this is crazy disrespectful. Anyway, yeah. Jesus Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
that was crazy. But yeah. Yep, but the book is something special. The book.
Yeah, it's a collector's item.
Yeah, because the book along with the album, and like I said, the book doesn't have. The album doesn't have all the predict a riot stuff, but the book has sprinkles of it. Like this shit is crazy. Did you know that monks created gunpowders by accident, trying to create the potion for immortality.
What?
Yeah, man.
The opposite.
The opposite.
Okay.
So it's like there's good and evil in everything.
Mm-hmm.
You start seeing the duality in
Yeah, do
everything.
I right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
everything. You can just pervert anything.
Yeah,
The internet was great. Then people, you know,
that's yeah.
yeah,
Like necessary evil.
yeah. It's so much, but gotta get this beautiful book. Good coffee
Love that.
table, great
Love that
conversation.
cover photo too.
Oh man, shout out to Johnny Brenda's in Philly. That's where I shot the cover.
Oh, Johnny Brenda's.
Yeah, man. I think this was at a Jay Dilla party also.
Oh, I didn't even talk to you about Dylan.
Oh my God. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Dilla dog.
Speaking, yeah.
Yeah, man. Dilla. I actually ran into him a couple times. Talked to him a couple times on the phone.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we was planning a welcome to Detroit and Philly. That was what I was wishing. I was like, oh, welcome to Detroit, Philly. I had this whole thing, and I kept talking to him about it. Kept talking to him about it. You know, I had this whole vision of Beach Society, welcome to Detroit in Philly. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the whole, like, some slum village, whoever, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Guilty Simpson, all the underground cat, Black
Right.
Milk, Dilla, me, and I was thinking like somebody from this region, like Kev Brown, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then I was hanging with I was cool with Invincible at the time, and Finale and all them cats, and I did a show with Black. It was yeah. Dang on. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Dilla, man. Like he was a class act. I remember him at Beast Society, man, just like backstage. Well, first was in the garage, the parking garage, and he was like, "Oh, this Hezekiah." And introduced me to Madlib, and that was crazy.
Oh, okay.
Madlib was like, "I'm Quasimodo," and just like it
Mm.
was just weird. I was like, "All right." I was so anyway, so then at that show, Dilla was like, "Man, cool. You want some water?" I remember this. You want some water? Y'all want some water? Like, you're not even working here. Like, he was just cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember that. It was like he was just back in that. That was dope. And it's just, yeah, man. Some people just cool. Some people just cool no matter what. And Dilla was one of them cats. I mean, I was only met him twice, but I talked to him a few more times on the phone. Yeah.
I'm sad I never got the chance to meet him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I feel good about that. That's yeah. And then talking to his talking to Tony and Ma Dukes now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just being able to talk to her every once in a while. It's just kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I check in with her sometimes too.
Yeah, you do too, huh?
She's a lady.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. It's something special. I like how she sits back and just let you talk.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure she know where you coming from. Like, yeah. I like that.
I got the chance to meet her and Tony at Dilla Weekend in
Ah, okay.
2015, 16.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
good folk. Yeah, beat conductors, all them cats. You know all them cats too. Olo and all them
Mm-hmm.
cats. Yeah, man,
Mm-hmm.
good folk. Very, very good people.
Very good.
Yeah, they're in good hands. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, man, just So what you working on? Yeah, I know you're doing
This,
these. I know, right?
like, I've been doing interviews since 2009, but this is the first time I've been doing them like this.
Right. Because this is like this is what it is. That's
Mm-hmm.
dope. I like what
So
you're doing.
it's the only thing that's keeping me sane right now. So
Right.
so I
Yeah.
appreciate your time and everyone's time, and
Nah, you
yeah.
too, man. It because artists, especially we need this because like the message flooded out there right now.
But I also know a lot of you guys have a hard time promoting yourself, kind of
Because
like
we're
what you were talking
artists.
about before.
Because we're
Yeah,
artists.
exactly. Because none of you like to like talk about yourselves in a way that makes you profitable, I guess
Right.
you could say.
Yeah, sure.
Which I appreciate all the humbleness,
Right.
humility.
Right.
But
But
I'm like,
the
you gotta
thing was,
you gotta
check it out.
humble brag
Check it out.
sometimes.
Check it out. Check it out. I was told that a million times, and then I did it one time, and I felt awkward. I broke my normal, and
Your thing. Hmm.
it did work, but I felt it just feels like
That's why you gotta let me do it for you. That's
you
why
got
I try to formulate those questions that way to be like, I'll talk about it, and then you just
right.
confirm it or correct me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It always feels weird. My boy used to always be like, he'd be on, it was like Power 99 or he invited me up there. He was like, yo, man,
Nice.
stop being humble. Talk your shit. Talk your shit. I was like, yo, man, just calm down. It's not that. Just
Hmm.
play the music. He was play the, just,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
what
I
I
don't think it's in some people's nature, though I can say I do appreciate sometimes
mean?
when
Because
artists are a little high on themselves, because I'm like, yeah, talk about yourself.
right. One time I was backstage and this one dude was actually like backstage talking to everybody. Right? Like I'm the so and so. I did this, and
Oh, yeah.
like backstage, like laugh. And he's caught me kind of like smirking, like laughing a little bit. And he literally came up to me and was like, yo, if you don't say who you are and what you do, how they gonna know? And he was 100% right. He was
Exactly.
right. Yeah, yeah, sure. But yeah,
Because you never know who's there, who's
right,
listening.
right. I'm gonna just start walking in the room, just start yelling out my resume. I swear to God, I'm just start yelling around on my resume.
Just put it on a little thumb drive and start
Put it on my
handing them around and be
forehead.
like, hey, nice to meet you.
Put it on my forehead.
Oh, yeah, tattoo.
Hey, right here. You see this? What do? You see this?
What Lex just put in the chat, that's what goes on your forehead.
That's right. Right here. Right here, Lex. Buzz. That's what I do, Jack.
Or you don't even have to do that. Just make your own stamp and just go around putting it
Hezekiah
everywhere.
is the best rapper and producer, filmmaker.
A Renaissance man.
That's right. That's what I'm gonna have right here on my forehead.
And
Yeah.
I would not hate on that.
Oh, thank you. Namaste. Hey, no, I'ma stay. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, next time you're in the city, when all this shit's over, let me know.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be in New York. Dang, on. Well, we gotta talk. Yep. Yeah. Very soon.
When?
Very soon.
Oh, very soon. Okay.
Very soon. Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit of a mess where I am in Brooklyn right now with all this shit, but
Oh, what is it?
hopefully.
What is it? The snow or the corona?
No, the corona.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Because nobody's paying attention to any of this shit. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. New Yorkers are tough.
Yeah, they think they are.
Right.
Most of them are just stupid.
Corona? I grew up on Corona Island. I ain't scared of no Corona.
Oh, I had corona already. I'm fine.
Right. I had 3 Coronas this morning. For breakfast.
Exactly. They ain't gonna touch me.
They ain't gonna touch me. Yeah, man. No, that's entertainment.
I'm just trying to sit. I hate staying home, but that's all I've been doing. So just trying to get it in when I can. So
yeah, sure. That's all we can do.
exactly.
I always want to know how many babies gonna be made out of this whole thing.
That's all people keep talking about. All these corona babies. I know, from things that I've seen, I know so many people who have just recently had babies. I was like, yeah, it's about.
All right.
That's, yeah.
You was talking about getting
Yeah,
it in.
in a month or two, everyone's gonna start having a bunch of them.
They talking about getting it in and out, and in and out.
At least a couple times, yeah.
Jeez, Mo Nitty. Yeah, man, them corona babies. But don't you think it should even out though? Like statistically.
Oh yeah, make up for everything that we've lost.
No, I'm talking about not making for everything we lost. Oh,
I mean,
shit.
I say everything, I mean everyone.
Oh no, but then you're not having casual sex babies. Casual sex babies is different.
No,
So,
I think there's gonna be plenty of those too.
Oh, because these people are still just nasty. They just can't help themselves. They just going to go.
Exactly. They're the people that are like, oh, we were trying to be careful.
I had a condom on. Her face.
But those are only 99% effective or whatever. So.
Right. Damn. Well, I guess you have to put everybody gonna be using dental dams.
Well, that's oh God, that's the problem though. Like, if hospitals are already all overrun with all these corona cases, like who's gonna take care of the moms giving birth?
They're gonna be like, girl, we about to get freaky.
Oh my God, that should be your new initiative. You should start selling those.
Oh my God, yo, that is hilarious.
Put your name and that thing that Lex put on one of those, and then you can start marketing it that way.
Oh yeah, right. That should be the new merch. Wow.
Right.
And that is, and sell it with a mask.
Oh yes,
Sell it
a
with
set.
mask.
You're gonna have the set, the full set.
That's hilarious.
Like let's get it on. Come on.
Right. Come on now. Take out the fruit roll up. Right.
Oh my God.
Oh, so you want to die from imminent death. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I mean, at least you went out happy.
Right. Sure. Anyway.
Well,
I got laughed.
it's a pleasure.
Yep. Peace and elevation. Cheers. Bong.
Bong bong. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Peace.
I'll talk to you soon.